It was one of those stormy evenings when life seems to test how much kindness you've got left inside you. Rain poured relentlessly, and on the side of an empty country road, a sleek black car had given up, its engine steaming, headlights flickering in protest. Inside, a woman sat gripping the steering wheel, her diamond bracelet catching the dim light. Her name was Isabella Moore, a self-made millionaire CEO known for her iron will, pristine suits, and a heart buried beneath years of boardroom battles. But tonight, she wasn't the untouchable CEO. She was just stranded. Alone. Cold. She checked her phone. No signal. Of course. The world's irony didn't even flinch for wealth. With a frustrated sigh, she stepped out, her heels sinking into mud, her tailored coat soaking through in seconds. And that's when she saw headlights approaching. Faint, yellow, old, an old pickup truck slowed beside her, sputtering to a stop. A man stepped out, holding an umbrella, his hands rough, his jeans stained with oil. "Need a hand, ma'am?" he asked, his voice deep but gentle. She turned and froze. For a split second, her heart forgot its practiced calm. That voice, that face, those eyes. "Ethan," she whispered. He looked just as shocked. Maybe even more. "Isabella?" 15 years vanished in a heartbeat. He was her first love, the boy who once fixed up cars behind his father's garage while she dreamed of skyscrapers and city lights. They had promised forever, but life had different plans. Her ambitions pulled her away. His roots kept him here. Now, here they were, two worlds colliding on a broken road. She wanted to speak, to explain the years lost, but he didn't give her time for that. "Pop the hood," he said softly, slipping into old habits. For the next few minutes, Ethan worked under the rain, sleeves rolled up, engine hissing steam against his arms. Isabella watched, memories flooding back. The nights he'd fix her old car for free, the way he used to wipe grease on his shirt and grin like it was nothing. But this time, something else caught her. I got a small photo taped inside the truck window. A young girl, maybe 6 or 7, smiling with missing front teeth. "Your daughter?" Isabella asked gently when he caught her looking. He nodded, wiping his hands. "Yeah, just me and her since her mom passed 2 years ago." Silence lingered between them, heavier than the rain. He closed the hood, gave the ignition a try, and the engine roared back to life. She smiled through her tears. "You still fix things better than anyone I know." He chuckled. "Guess some things don't change." But then, she reached into her bag, pulling out a thick envelope. "Let me at least pay you for." He stopped her, shaking his head. "Don't insult the memory, Isabella. I didn't do it for money. You needed help. That's enough." That sentence, simple, humble, hit her harder than any corporate deal ever had. Here was a man with calloused hands and worn shoes, who still had more grace in his heart than half the world she lived in. He waved goodbye, but before he could walk away, she called out, "Ethan, wait. Would you maybe like to meet for coffee sometime?" He hesitated, then smiled, that same old smile that once melted her defenses. "I'd like that." A week later, Isabella found herself sitting in a small diner outside town. No assistants, no luxury car, just her and him, sharing stories over 2 cups of coffee and a plate of pancakes his daughter had insisted they order extra syrup on. It wasn't about rekindling a lost romance. It was about rediscovering something purer, the part of her heart that success had silenced. Later that evening, as she drove back to the city, her reflection in the window looked softer, more alive. She realized that life had just reminded her of something far greater than wealth, that kindness still matters. Because sometimes, the richest moments come from the simplest souls, and the biggest breakthroughs aren't made in boardrooms, but on quiet roads, in the rain, when a single dad decides to stop and help.